This is the Churnet Valley Railway in the North Staffordshire area of England, just northeast of Stoke-on-Trent and a little south of Manchester. I'm delighted to visit here today. This is my first ever visit, and I think, from what I found out about the railway, there's a lot to see and enjoy. Hi, I'm Warren Brand and welcome to another Linleys video. I've arrived here at Froghall a little bit early for the first train, but this gives me the chance to explore and wander about the station. A coffee and a piece of cake from the cafe is a good start to the day, of course. I've been permitted to cross the line to watch the train draw in ready for the first departure. The history behind the line, the stations, the development of the Heritage Railway and some of the locos is all fascinating, but let's leave that for later in my visit. Pendennis Castle is a very fine example of a GWR Consall loco built at Swindon Works in 1924. Running first out from Old Oak Common Depot, she's hauled express passenger services for years back in the day. Involved in speed and power trials up against LNER locos, including the very own 4472 Flying Scotsman, 4079 regularly outperformed the LNER locos when pulling trains out from King's Cross. Then, a little later, Pendennis Castle was proudly on display at the Empire Exhibition in 1925, with a notice informing everyone that she is the most powerful express passenger locomotive in Britain at the time. Prior to preservation, this fine green GWR loco had covered over 1.7 million miles in a little over 40 years of service. Sold by British Railways for preservation in 1965, 4079 was then in 1977 taken all the way over to Australia, where she served well hauling excursion trains. Needing further costly repairs, the decision was taken to repatriate the loco back to England, and in 2000 she returned. Then, following some extensive works, in 2021, Pendennis Castle was steamed for the first time in 27 years. And today we can enjoy a ride along the line with the fine sounds of this magnificent loco in charge up ahead. Consall is our first stop, a beautifully restored smaller station set in some well-kept gardens. The line here follows the River Churnet, which has the Coldon Canal route running alongside. Cheddleton Station is larger and has some displays well worth of a good look. I will have time to stop for longer on the way back. Cheddleton Tunnel was opened for the original North Staffordshire Railway in 1849 to enable a direct track line into Leek. Here is part of the triangular junction, and we cut hard right sharply to the east. early preservation plans for the line here were complex and included some tensions with cars parked to block bulldozers and various schemes and commitments changing during the 1970s. It wasn't until the 1990s that the line was reopened in part and then extended through the early 2000s. And extensions continue to be added to the line, with further track and stations along the way. The Churnet Valley Railway has quite a complex and interesting track layout with, as of 2023, a triangular junction just south of Leek. Originally built by the North Stafford Railway in the mid-1800s, the arrangements of lines through Leek linked with towns in all directions. All these lines were closed in the 1960s until the preservation teams took interest. There are plans and hopes to extend westwards towards Endon, north into Leek, south to Oakmore, or even as far as Alton Towers, and also further east around to Cauldron. And now this is an odd arrangement. There is an overbridge for vehicles to use to cross the line, but the farmer has installed an informal level crossing track. As the bridge blocks the viewing of approaching trains, the farmer can't cross safely. To compensate for this, the train stops short. The fireman jumps down and walks ahead and waves the train on. The line currently terminates with this runaround loop at the site where Ipstones Station once was. We are actually about 1.5 miles north from the village, but hey, that's okay. There's not much here, but it's worth appreciating how different the scenery is around here in the more open moorlands compared to the valley route of the first part of the journey. Oddly, to get here by rail, we've travelled about 10 miles around a C-shaped route, leaving Froghall north to Leekbrook Junction and the round to the east. I could walk the 3.5 miles by road quicker than it will take me to go back by train. Tail lamp back on, handbrake off, green flag waved, and we're good to go. Leaving Ipstones, we then head west. If you look at the OS map, there is a farm noted just north of here with the name Dirty Gutter, quite near Bottom House. The sharp curve of Leekbrook Triangle Junction needs to be taken with caution. Through Leekbrook Station, next is the tunnel again. Lights on, please, guard. back at Cheddleton Station, and within the timetable schedule of departures, I've got a few minutes here to explore. And here we have an LMS 4F, which was built in 1927 as one of the standard classes, and in preservation has run on several lines around the country. Like most steam locos, 44422 has had a spell of time resting at Barry Scrapyard, but fortunately was saved by the preservation teams. Currently though, this loco is not able to steam, needing extensive boiler and other works. As part of our train today, there are two lovely dining carriages on the southern end, booked out today for those lucky people who want a fine dining experience. In the bay platform is Sophie, a Class 33 diesel electric loco built in the early 1960s by BR for the southern region. There are several examples of these locos in preservation, often called Crompton engines, named due to their electrical equipment being supplied by Crompton Parkinson. The station and goods sidings were opened on the 1st of September 1849 and served the village nearby. But as with many country stations and lines, ticket sales were low during the 1960s, and so the line was closed by British Rail.
Are you ready?
Oh, we've checked. You have a tail lamp.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh, dear. Oh, you're all right, Father. Really. Seriously,
Yeah. Tickets are going off for the right. A couple of years ago. Right.
Back down this picturesque line through Consall, we return back to Froghall Station, otherwise known as Kingsley and Froghall.
And note that our next northbound departure is at 14:50. That's to Consall, Cheddleton Station.
We didn't actually go
That's it for this visit. I'll be back again for sure, as the news I've heard today suggests that the extension north from Leek Junction into Leek is due to open very soon. From the Churnet Valley Railway here in the heart of the North Staffordshire area, thank you for watching and bye for now.